Hennig, Mr. Perfect. You know, everything in my life has been absolutely perfect. And it's a lot of people's dream to be perfect. But with me, see, it's no dream. It's reality. It's life. And take the simple game of bowling. It's everybody's dream to bowl the perfect game. Well, being Mr. Perfect, you sit back on the couch, you put your feet up, and you relax because you are going to witness the perfect.
Hey, Curt Hennig fans, hello, and welcome to another episode of Curt Hennig was, nobody beats Curt Hennig. Nobody, sorry. It takes a little getting used to when you're doing this, and you kind of reinvented yourself, so you reinvented your show. I have some things I wanted to show. Now, everyone will be aware of this, but I think this is definitely something to talk about. It was definitely something I wanted to show on my show because I think it's definitely worth repeating. Now, everybody knows what this is. If you don't know what this is, and you don't like modern wrestling, that's okay. You can skip this part. And then just make sure that you go to a certain time. Today we're going to show on our perfect podcast Curt's tag team match with Lanny and Hulk Hogan and the Warrior. Only because I promised it last week, so this is Saturday night's main event. We have not really had a Saturday night's main event, not for April. Did we have one for March? Because I'm not really sure if we did or not. But anyway, I hope that you enjoy. I mean, it is WrestleMania, so they probably won't have a Saturday night's main event because, I mean, you have the whole, 2 nights of WrestleMania. Again, if you missed the birthday bash, I'm so sorry. Please stop this, but make sure you come back to it. Because, oh boy, sorry. We had a great time. I had the boys with me. I even had a special guest, Mad Crab. So, thank you, Mad Crab. And it was pretty much fun. We got to see things that I usually don't show. As everyone knows, I'm a big Stone Cold fan, so I showed a bunch of Stone Cold stuff. Because I like that. I like doing that. So, anyway, let's get right to it. The favor. As if you don't know, you don't watch modern wrestling, that's okay. Like I said, excuse me for just a minute. You can always stop this and then go back. So, the favor, CM Punk's favor. We finally figured out what it was. And amazingly, here we are. We know what the favor is. Wonderful. Wonderful. I like the suspense, and of course, he will come out and say, I'm only going to tell Roman Reigns to his face because, of course, it had something to do with Paul Heyman. Unfortunately, I will not show. Sorry. Okay. I will not show the Raw where Seth. I didn't get where Seth Rollins. How does Paul Heyman owe you now? What, you didn't try again? Is that what he owes you for? And you missed. Big time. So anyway, I'm going to show of course the first segment of SmackDown, and then of course the second segment of SmackDown, and then I have a few things to show on X that I thought were pretty cool. And I think that they would, be beneficial to the show. So let's get started, guys. First, we're going to start with it was the first segment of SmackDown where CM Punk does come out. Now, to save an editing time, I actually took out, where CM Punk comes out to his music, so that I don't have to edit so much. So here we go. And share. Okay, I hope everyone can see that. All right, here we go. We're going to listen to CM Punk talk to the crowd. They were in Chicago. This was last week. So, last Friday. And the crowd adores him. I have to admit, he does kind of,
I don't know where to begin, but they told me that the best television audiences were overseas, but I knew we were coming to Chicago. Rico, give me this.
this is hilarious. He takes the camera to show the crowd, of course. Of course.
They told me the best overseas audiences were overseas. Where are you at, Chicago? Let them know.
It's Punk Cam.
Punk cam.
Look how awful this camera work is.
That's right, it's punk cam.
Our director Lee's cringing right now, but that was great stuff.
It was great stuff.
These cameras are worth about 10 grand. Be careful in there.
You see, Chicago, that's why we don't listen to them. We don't listen to outside voices. A little fact. I'm not supposed to be here.
I like this story. It's very heart-wrenching.
Stop me if you heard it. I was born at Silver Cross Hospital with a cord around my neck. I came out blue. They had to bring me back to life. I'm not supposed to be here. And every time I come out on television, no matter where it is, every city, all across the world, Netflix, USA, doesn't matter. My goal is to make new fans every single time. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen out in TV land, please forgive me while I take the time not to make new fans, but to thank 16,000 strong of my hometown friends and family.
Yep. He's from Chicago, everyone.
When they tell you you're not supposed to be here, you say, well, who's gonna make me leave? And that's exactly what I have done every single time I lace my boots up. Hell, every single time I go to the grocery store and they tell me you're not supposed to be here, I buy my groceries, I pay the man, and then I leave. And ladies and gentlemen, nothing has changed just because, and I don't know if you've heard this, but I'm in the main event of WrestleMania.
WrestleMania, exactly. And we found this out through Roman Reigns the previous week.
I deserve it?
Yes. You've been busting his butt
Ladies and
forever.
gentlemen, I've earned it.
That's what we meant.
I started in the backyards of Chicago and they said you're not supposed to be here. I trained at the Steel Domain at Irving and Central and they said you're not supposed to be here. I signed a contract here. They said you're not supposed to be here. I paraded out dressed like Al Capone right over there on John Cena's gangster car at WrestleMania. And they said, that's as good as it gets for you, kid. You're not supposed to be here. And to me, that's when the hard work began. So I appreciate everybody congratulating me. And as I walk through the airport coming home to O'Hare, they say, good luck, CM Punk. Congratulations, you made it. And I'm here to let you know that now the hard work begins. I am a product of this town. I have to thank each and every single one of you, and please forgive me while I'm thanking you if I don't thank my beautiful wife, April, first.
Of course, of course.
probably going to be a little bit mad at me for that, but I know somebody
Why?
who's not going to be mad at me
If someone was chanting my, if people were chanting my name, I wouldn't be angry.
There's way too many people to thank, people that got me exactly right where I need to be. I figure coming out on here on television and thanking each and every single one of you was a good start. I wouldn't be who I am without this city. I wouldn't be where I am without this city. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. And now, the hard work begins, because I got a date at WrestleMania, and I promise you, I am gonna whip Seth Rollins' ass. I am gonna put a beating on the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, at the main event of WrestleMania.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Here comes Paul Heyman. It's Paul Heyman.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. I just got into Chicago. I apologize for being late. It was no disrespect to the second city, and I assure you, I absolutely positively assure you, it was no disrespect to my best friend in the world, the second city saint, the best in the world, CM Punk. May I?
I was just getting to thank you. Yeah, come on in. Good Lord. You can't escape. You can't. EC Dub. EC Dub.
I thank you, but tonight, ask not Chicago what you can do for your wise man. Ask instead what your wise man can do for you. But the first thing I can do is, if I could steal a phrase here, to be the voice of the voiceless, CM Punk. God damn it, you belong here. You belong in this ring. You belong in Chicago. And by God, you belong in the main event of WrestleMania. The last time the two of us were standing here inside this ring, I came up to you because Solo and Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga were breathing down my neck, and I said, please take me with you. And the next week, they put me through the announce table at Madison Square Garden and put me out for the longest I've ever been out, except when I've been fired. And that's not funny.
I didn't laugh.
That's not funny.
I didn't laugh. I didn't laugh.
Then you had a Hell in a Cell match with Drew McIntyre, and despite the fact that you whipped his ass and won, the beating that you took was so severe, you were contemplating never coming back. And then I begged you. I pleaded with you. I said, it's 4-on-5 at War Games, and my tribal chief is in trouble, and I don't have another way out, and I have no one else in the world to turn to. Please do me this favor, just do this, please. And you said to me, yes, I'll do it for you. And you saved the family, you saved the match, you saved the bloodline. You deserve all the credit in the world. And for that, I thank you. And I have, if you'll indulge me, one more favor to ask of you.
You have a favor? Another favor. We're stockpiling favors, ladies and gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Please tell me the favor that I owe you right now. Because Roman Reigns is going to be here, and he's pissed off about enough as it is. And you don't know what happens when the tribal chief. Have you ever heard of his father, Sika?
Yes.
You know what happens when these
Yes, I've heard
citizens
of
get
Sika.
angry.
Did you say he's not here?
Not right now, no.
Yet he's in training camp for WrestleMania, and he.
As he should be. And listen, as much as I think the favor is none of his business, I do think it's going to affect him a little bit. I would like to tell him to his face when I tell you. So why don't you let me and all my friends know when Big Chief decides to show up.
Okay. So I'm going to take a 5-minute break. We're going to come back and watch the second segment of this. So yeah, I mean, Paul Heyman's kind of like, oh, here we go. You know, I have to, jump through hoops to get what this is. So again, just bear with me. I'll be back in 5. All right. Welcome back, guys. All right, here we go. This is the reveal. Finally, we find the reveal of Punk's favor. So here we go.
Chicago!
Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me!
You knew he was going to do that, right? He's done that all his whole life.
Wise man. Yes, my tribal chief. Is he here? Yes, my tribal chief.
Yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about.
Well, I will have
Wise
to edit
man.
out Seth Rollins' music,
Yes, my
but
tribal chief.
Is he still talking about this favor?
Yes, my tribal chief.
Oh, Chicago. I don't know how you deal with this guy, huh?
well, Roman, are you trying to
Wise
be a
man.
babyface or a heel here?
Yes,
Pick
my
one.
tribal chief.
Should I share
Pick
a
one.
secret with Chicago?
Pick one. Pick one.
Yes, my tribal chief.
CM Punk wouldn't be back here if it wasn't for me.
Again, pick one. You're either a heel or you're a babyface. You can't be both. You can't be both, dude. Cannot be both.
CM Punk wouldn't be in the main event of WrestleMania if it wasn't for me.
That's true. But what does that have to do with the price of eggs in
And
China?
I get it, you're good people. He's from the same city as me. I have to like him. Yeah. You're good people, you mean well, but you're not that smart.
See, again,
CM
pick
Punk's
one.
been around
You're either a
forever. He has
babyface or
wrestled
you are literally
everyone
a
under the
heel.
sun. Hall of Famers,
You can't be
legends,
both.
champions. But he's never been in that main event of WrestleMania. No, he hadn't. Not until he was introduced to the tribal chief.
Again, Roman Reigns, pick one. Either you're a babyface or you're...
That's right. You hear him chant for the tribal chief in your city? I'm right here in the ring. I say we bring CM Punk out here so we can quit wasting our time, huh? Come on out here and let me hear what this favor is. Come on out here and indulge your tribal chief.
And guess who comes out? 2 hints, and it's not CM Punk.
Roman Reigns wants an answer from CM Punk. What he did not want was karaoke on behalf of the fan base of Seth Rollins.
Chicago!
Yeah, like I said, I don't really like Rollins very much.
I am a revolutionary. I am Seth. And I wouldn't
He looks
miss
like a
this
garbage
one
bag.
for the world. You see, now I don't know, Roman, what this little favor is here.
Because
But
it's
the
not your
reality,
favor, Rollins.
I got a feeling it's gonna knock your socks off. And the thing about reality and you, man, they don't seem to jive very well because, well, unlike all of us, you don't like to live in the real world.
Checking his
But every
watch.
time you step outside of your little universe, reality bites you in the ass.
Oh, wow, you can say ass. Remember
I
on
don't
TV you
wanna
couldn't
do
say
a little
that?
history lesson, but example A, heist of the century. Example B, the main event of WrestleMania last year.
Yeah, what's the favor? We don't care about what you have to say, Rollins.
I'm wondering the same thing y'all are, Chicago.
Yeah, but you keep yapping.
But the reality, Roman, is that you underestimate CM Punk. You think you're above CM Punk. You think you don't have to worry about CM Punk. You think you ignore him, he just goes away. I tried that, it doesn't work. Now he is in the main event of WrestleMania, and that is a reality I have to deal with.
Yeah? We'll have to deal with it.
You could have stopped this in War Games, you didn't. You could have let me stop it in the cage at the Garden, you didn't. And now here we are, and we're waiting on this favor.
I'm also going to have to take Punk's music back out, too. Oh, well.
Now I'm in a lot better place than I was last week when we were all celebrating Punk in the main event of Mania. I took a week, I got some perspective, and I realized that reality gives you 2 options. Either you suffer and you get left behind, or you adapt and you control reality.
So you understand then?
The reality is, you're untrustworthy. I could say the word loyalty, but you have no clue what that means.
I guess.
CM Punk stands here because I made a promise to the wise man. And I keep my word. And the reality is, I didn't call you out here. I called Punk out here.
You call Punk out here, hear from CM Punk. There's only one thing missing.
Punk.
Let's find out what this favorite is, shall we? The favor. What's the favor? This is about friendship. This is about legacy. This is about promises made and promises kept. This is about loyalty. Paul, this goes back to 4400 Shepherdsville Road in Louisville, Kentucky, when on day one I showed up and they told you that I don't belong, and they told you to fire me, and you said no. And hell, your wise man is just that. He's wise beyond his years. Paul, you prophesized this on national television on Monday Night Raw, and if everybody else has forgotten about it, that certainly doesn't mean I. And hell, even before that, if I could throw it back to the day you left this company on Big Show's bus, me and you and Show and RVD standing there talking amongst ourselves. And I mistakenly made it about me. I said, Paul, they're gonna fire me. Paul, without you, I'm nothing. Paul, don't leave. And you said, no, 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 you'll be fine. And I said, I'm sorry I made this about me. Do you remember this, Paul? I said, what can I do for you? And in that moment, you looked me in the eye and you said, Punk, when you main event WrestleMania, force them to deal with us. Well, they aren't here anymore, so I'm gonna force you, my tribal chief. I'm gonna force you out of your comfort zone. I'm gonna force you to deal with us. Because at WrestleMania, in the main event, in my corner, your wise man, my best friend, Paul Heyman.
Wow, that's the favor. Let's stop laughing, Rollins. It ain't funny. You're not even supposed to be out there.
That's the favor?
Yeah, that's the favor. I don't think it's funny.
You understand he loves me, right?
He loves him too.
He needs me.
Please. This is not
But
about love.
I saved him.
You can have friends, more than one best friend.
Even if I let him. He
Even
wouldn't.
if.
Wise man.
Oh boy.
Yes, my tribal chief.
Let him down softly there.
Let this desperate fool down easy, will you?
No. He's like, are you crying? Why are you crying, Heyman?
Are you crying?
That's what I said. Don't take my lines, Roman.
You better wipe him up and tell him no.
And if he doesn't,
I took you in. I made you relevant. Tell him no. I'm going to give you one more opportunity. Tell him no.
Paul Heyman caught between a rock and a hard place.
No, my tribal chief, I can't do that.
Aw. Rollins, stop laughing. It ain't funny. Doesn't even concern you.
Attacks him from behind. Right hand after right hand.
And the GTS.
And a GTS to Roman Reigns.
You want some, Rollins?
And now bitter rivals face off. A tearful wise man couldn't say no to Punk. The favor is cashed.
We're going to stop that. So I have a lot to say about this. I was completely shocked when I found out that, what the favor was. I was completely shocked. I have never seen this. Apparently it went around on X at the time, where Paul Heyman was in the ring and CM Punk was staring at him. Excuse me. And apparently this is what happened. Wow. I don't even know what to say to this point, but I was really, really shocked about this, guys. Hang on a second. So let's start from the beginning. It took a long time. They were really milking this. They had 2 segments worth of this stuff. And of course, like I said, they were really, really milking this to the point of where, I just had to laugh because, this whole storyline is getting very interesting. But again, there was something that went around X where Paul Heyman was in the ring and CM Punk was in there with him. And he said, when you main event WrestleMania, I will be by your side. So technically, Paul Heyman, they wanted to finish this story, okay, with Paul Heyman and the fact that, CM Punk is his best friend and it all comes together in the end, right? So is Paul Heyman going to go with CM Punk? Now, like I said, I didn't show the segment this week on Raw. One, because I don't think it bears any repeating other than Seth Rollins was saying about, oh, now you owe me a favor. Though I think Paul dodged it, so I'm not really sure how he owes Seth Rollins. And really, guys, I'm not really much for Seth Rollins. There's nothing really there that impresses me about him. He's playing a good heel right now, but like I was saying to Roman Reigns, pick one. You can't be a heel and a babyface all at the same time. So pick one. Are you a heel or are you a babyface, Roman Reigns? Because at this point, I have no clue. I don't even know what the hell you're trying to accomplish here. So, but other than that, it was a good segment. I don't think Roman Reigns, before CM Punk attacked, I don't think that Roman Reigns was going to hurt Paul Heyman. Yes, Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman have a history. So does Punk and Paul Heyman. But see, I don't know where to go with this. I was really shocked when I found out, what the favor was. and like I said, that if you want to check out that video, I think you can search it on X. Paul Heyman promises CM Punk that when he main events WrestleMania, he knew from the beginning how to get to the favor. That was the main eventing, WrestleMania. And apparently, Heyman forgot. Heyman forgot what the favor was because he's like, wait, the WrestleMania thing is not a thing? No, it wasn't. So I think we have a lot to see here now. Again, Rollins will come out and he will kick CM Punk. And then, of course, he'll go to excuse me. He'll do the same thing to Paul Heyman and end up missing. But I think Heyman pulls his head back. So I'm not really sure where. And then he says, okay, now you owe me, Heyman. Again, not really sure where he owes you there. He pulled away, obviously, so you wouldn't kick him. But I'm not really sure how Paul Heyman would owe you one then. Is it because he didn't do it again? Is it because he could have, but he didn't? I'm not really sure. Someone explain that to me in the comment section. Somebody explain that to me. But I think we have more to come. Of course, we always have SmackDown because I'm recording this on a Friday at usually an earlier date. I actually have somewhere to be at 3:00, so that's why I had to do my shows a little earlier. And then things may change. I just want to let everyone know that depending on what happens today or, sometime in the future, my shows may be off for maybe a week so that I can adjust. And then I will have to find time to do them again. So anyway, I wanted to show this because I think this is a good angle. I think the WWE is doing extravagant work here. But I just have a little problem with Roman Reigns going back and forth. Oh, you guys are good people, but you're not really that smart. Well, which is it? Which is it, Reigns? Are you going to be a babyface or are you going to be a heel? So which is it? I'm not really sure what to make of this, although I do think that, he promised him, so he kind of has to go through with it. Paul Heyman will probably more than likely be in Punk's corner. And I kind of said to Angel, when this came out, when Rollins said, well, now you owe me too. It's like they're fighting over Paul Heyman. Why does Seth Rollins want Paul Heyman? Seth Rollins never liked Paul Heyman. You could tell on Raw that he disdained him. So why exactly would you make him have a favor to you? One, two, I guess I just don't understand that. They don't get along. I've never seen Seth Rollins with Paul Heyman. So I'm kind of confused into how Rollins fits into this. I guess that was just, to make, it could have been to make Paul sweat about it or like worry about it. Oh no, now I gotta, give a favor to Seth Rollins. Now I gotta do this. Now I gotta do that. I think the storyline is going fine. You don't have to stick Seth Rollins into that that Paul Heyman owes him a favor. I don't think you need to do that. First of all, it made no sense because again, they were never together. So I guess I'm a little confused when it comes to Paul Heyman and what he's doing with Seth Rollins and or why he would owe Seth Rollins anything. One, he dodged it, he moved his head. So I'm kind of confused about that part. But I guess in the long term, it would be like you eventually will find out like what Seth Rollins would want anything to do with Paul Heyman. Would that be to turn on CM Punk? Would that be to turn on Roman Reigns? Because Seth and Reigns have no love lost here. So it leaves a lot of questions, but it also leaves a lot of, well, why exactly is this happening? Because right now we don't understand. I don't understand why exactly Seth Rollins would want a favor from Paul Heyman of all people. unless that was, again, maybe he's going to turn on Punk and he's going to turn on Rollins, or excuse me, he's going to turn on Reigns and he's going to turn on Punk. Though again, Punk is his best friend. So, and Reigns is his tribal chief. So here we got a conundrum, right? So what is Paul Heyman going to do, right? So we'll have to leave it there for this week. But again, I can't stress enough how much of a conundrum this will be for Paul Heyman. I'm sure I don't know if Heyman's going to be on SmackDown tonight. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. We shall see. But yeah, so I just want to remind everybody that we will not be back on well, this is being recorded as of April 11th. And so I'm thinking the 26th. So like the 26th, before this episode comes out, there will be an episode, or maybe this will be in May sometime, probably in May sometime. So this will already have come back, but we are on a 2-week hiatus because of WrestleMania for Pro Wrestling Talk. So we will be back on there April the 26th at 8 p.m. Of course, that is scheduled to change if anything would happen in the meantime between me and Angel Riviera. But we will definitely be reviewing WrestleMania and this very, very question of what is Paul Heyman going to do? Okay, I think that's up in the air right now, and there's so many matches we could talk about, but I definitely think at this point it's the question on everybody's mind is what is Paul Heyman going to do? Is he going to turn on Reigns? Is he going to turn on Punk? Is he going to go with Seth Rollins? Who knows? They're teasing this, of course, right before WrestleMania. And of course, the second night, I just want to say is my birthday. There will be another episode 83, which is my birthday bash, will be coming out. And like I said, you guys will have already seen it. Hopefully you have. If not, please stop this, go see the birthday bash and come right back. Again, I can't thank those guys enough for showing up, and we had a great time. You know, I know I'm using past tenses here, because this is being recorded on April 11th, but you won't see it till May. So here we go with, trying to get everything in order here, right? So yes, please, if you could, check out that birthday bash. It is my birthday bash. And of course, if you get a chance to, in the comment section, when that does come out, if you'd like to wish me happy birthday, that's fine too. Also, if you could support the show, please do so. My Cash App and my PayPal will both be in the description field, so feel free to donate today. Okay, so let me go. I'm going to take a 5-minute break, and then we'll come back with the match between Curt, Lanny, the Ultimate Warrior, and Hogan. I'll see you in 5. Hey guys, welcome back. So I just want to let everyone know, for the audio, we are on Saturday night's main event. If you'd like to watch along on another tab, you're going to go to season 6, episode 1. It's January 27th, 1990. We are at 16 minutes and 26 seconds. Now we're going to watch, you should see Savage and Sherry there. That's when he was the king, Macho King. So we're going to watch from here. We're going to watch the interview, and then we're going to watch the match. So you're up for it, guys. There is a little music, and I will have to take it out. So if you kind of missed some of it, I'm sorry. I do have to take copyright music out, which Savage's music was copyright.
Talking about Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior, the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion teaming up with the Intercontinental champion.
Well, they might think they're unbeatable, but I know different. Because last Sunday at the Royal Rumble, I saw these two major egos collide. I know there's a problem with Hogan and the Warrior. There's no way they will ever work as a cohesive unit. Now here, you have the ultimate tag team combination. You have brains and you have brawn. Mr. Perfect. The World Wrestling Federation
Mr. Perfect has
never
brains.
seen an athlete like Mr. Perfect. And Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior, this is
Curt
a
is smart.
perfect opportunity for the Genius and myself to show the whole World Wrestling Federation and everybody else exactly what you two egomaniacs are made of. The Genius already holds a victory right here on Saturday Night Main Event over Hulk Hogan.
The Genius was victorious against the mighty Hulkster, and the World Wrestling Federation fell. For 1 billion Hulkamaniacs who live and die for Hogan saw the Genius was triumphant at the bell.
Are you
They
crazy?
saw their hulking hero as he wallowed in self-pity like the victim of a somewhat heinous crime. And now he has a partner even stupider than he is, so I'm sure he'll be the loser one more time. Mr. Perfect, Mr.
Perhaps I
Perfect,
forgot
you're
that
the
part.
man who's never wrong. Can you prophesize what we're about to do? By the power of the Genius and the world's smartest man. Just rely on my incredible IQ.
What do you think of that? Back to you, McMahon.
Whoa! What a matchup this is gonna be! The Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan, one-on-one! Hold on to your seats!
Why is Bobby standing there?
This place is going to explode! Whoa! Nobody moves! Again! Oh my God! Nobody moves! Look at this!
Well, Hogan won.
Crisscross! The Hulkster's down. He missed a clothesline. Oh, and they clotheslined each other. They're both down. Unbelievable.
We have just seen the footage from
I
last
guess I
Sunday
missed
afternoon.
it.
At one point, Hulk Hogan, it was you and the Ultimate Warrior in a bit of a standoff. Now you've heard what Mr. Perfect and the Genius have said about the two of you.
Well, I warned everybody last Sunday when Hulkamania was going to run wild over the whole WWF that there would be turbulence, brother. And when the two strongest forces in the WWF were on opposite sides of the fence, we almost tore the building down. But now, Mean Gene, the two strongest forces are teamed up as one. And Mr. Perfect, the so-called perfectionist, along with the Genius, are going to get a lesson in what running wild is all about. Because once
Don't you forget, Mr. Perfect is a perfectionist.
He will press them into the darkness, Mean Gene.
What about an Ultimate Warrior?
Anytime you travel 36,000 miles above normal sea level, you will have turbulence. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Physically, mentally reactive chemicals, there's gonna be boiling and there's gonna be bubbling. But when it settles, that common bond is stronger than anything that intelligence and perfection could ever bring. When we unite, Mean Gene, mind, body, and soul is one.
Say again?
The Warriors with the Hulkamaniacs, the Dream Team, as the WWF and all the maniacs call it, will become the ultimate nightmare for perfection and the Genius.
All right, Vince, let's get back to you.
Now that we're done.
Ready for the tag team matchup, Mr. Perfect starting
Come on,
things off on
Curt.
his side, and likewise the Hulkster on the opposing team. What do you do in terms of strategy, Jesse, if you're Perfect and Genius?
Well, Perfect and Genius don't dare match strength with
Careful.
Hogan and the Warrior, as you just saw.
Hogan?
Now, I can equate this matchup a lot to the Super
Watch
Bowl.
it.
You got the heavy favored 49ers, which is Warrior and Hogan. You got the underdog Broncos, which is Perfect and the Genius.
Broncos?
So,
I thought he would say the Vikings or something.
Strategy, they move, they use their quickness, and most
course,
of all use their brains.
Aren't the Vikings 0 and whatever against the Steelers?
Look at this. The Hulkster is all over both men. Oh, yeah.
I don't know what exactly to call that. Maybe they're trying to
You
tire
okay?
him out with body slams.
Lady, get off me. Thank you.
His back is hurting.
I'm gonna say, lady, get off me.
Tag is made here.
His back ought to be hurt and getting slammed by Hogan from 7 feet, 8 feet in the air.
Now look at this. The Warrior takes it to them on the outside of the ring. Ooh, wow. An
That's the thing about the Warrior. You're not safe for the Warrior no matter where you are. As long as you're within the same city limits, you're in trouble.
Whoa, be careful, Curt.
And Mr. Perfect comes in the hard line. Mr. Perfect.
Good thing Curt knew how to take a bomb.
Maybe not.
Oh.
Into Genius. Genius is having big problems, and so is Perfect.
I mean, no offense, I kind of enjoyed that. I wasn't much for Lanny Popo. More for Curt. It's okay. It's all right. By the way, are you... He's orange and black. Is he getting ready for Halloween?
Thus far, the Hulkster and the Warrior functioning extremely well as a unit.
Orange and black, baby. Orange and black. I love it.
To be seen. The match is still young, McMahon.
And the Royal Rumble lasts on the afternoons, every man for himself. But the
Shut up,
Warrior
Hogan.
and the Hulkster really getting it together collectively
Get
thus
on.
far. But
Get
right
him,
now,
Curt.
Mr.
Ooh.
Perfect is really pouring it on Hulk Hogan.
Well, Perfect's using that speed to his
Oh.
advantage. No! He got caught by a Hogan elbow.
Look at this, the Hulkster.
Yeah, I know, I can see.
Going after Perfect. A page from the Warrior. Ooh, no! There's not going to be anything out of Mr. Perfect if this continues.
You underestimate Mr. Perfect.
What's the Genius doing?
Only the Genius.
Obviously not
knows.
helping Curt.
I'm amazed. He's over writing a poem. Ooh, wow. He's writing a poem while Mr. Perfect's being manhandled.
I know, right? That's what I said.
To the rope and again, the Hulkster leveling Mr. Perfect.
I love the selling. It makes Hogan look like $1 million,
Still
doesn't it?
confused. The Genius still writing in the corner.
No! Mr. Perfect.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
No, I don't want to look at you, but the cameraman keeps putting on you.
That's like not looking at Jesse. And Perfect scooped up.
I'd rather look at Mr. Perfect.
Elbow drop.
And Perfect's in major trouble here. More trouble than I've ever
Sorry,
seen.
Lanny, I don't find you cute.
Hulkster not going for the cover. Hammering into Mr. Perfect.
Curt has cute cheeks.
And he's what? Beefing with the referee? The
Don't
referee's
anyone
telling
tell
you
him I said that.
fist. That's illegal.
I'll deny it.
Perfect barely to his feet off, and he takes the flip all the way to the outside. Now, what is the Genius doing now?
Yeah, what are you doing, Lanny?
Handing that metal scroll to Mr. Perfect. He wrote something on it, perhaps.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You know what that is?
I didn't like that.
That's poetry in motion. Right on Hogan's head. Poetic.
Real fighting, Jesse.
Wait a minute, McMahon. Or would you prefer, would you prefer poetic justice?
Well, that had
Whatever
hurt.
it is, it certainly had its desired effect. And now Mr. Perfect is in control over Hulk Hogan.
It's a unique combination, poetry and violence on the part
I thought he was going to say poetry in motion.
Mr.
Yeah, that's
Perfect
Curt.
taking over. Wait a minute. Small package could do it. No, a kick out by Perfect. And now Perfect continuing his attack on the Hulkster. Resorting to more aggressive kicking.
What's the matter,
and
Hogan?
stomping.
Can't handle a second generation who actually knows what he's doing?
Resort to his scientific skills, Jesse.
Well, maybe science isn't going to work against Hogan and the Warrior. You
Yay,
gotta fight
Curt.
fire with fire, and that's exactly what Perfect was getting, was kicked
Yeah,
and
but if you
stomped.
do that,
Come
you fall
on,
right into
Curt.
the game plan of the Warrior and the Hulkster. The Warrior anxious to get into the ring. And the Hulkster in a little trouble here.
He's not in a little trouble. He's in a lot of trouble. Here comes the Genius.
Yeah, what's the Genius going to do? Hopefully he'll give Mr. Perfect a bit of a respite. Genius with sort of eccentric kind of moves, I think you can say.
Yeah, but those eccentric
Oh,
kind of
come
moves
on.
are
He
taking
wasn't
a
in
toll.
there for 30 seconds.
It doesn't have to be.
Perfect now.
Who
measuring
said?
Hulk.
Who made it a rule that they have to be in there for 10 minutes? McMahon.
That's going to bring the Warrior right out. You don't come dancing and prancing in front of the Warrior like that.
And that's exactly what the Genius wanted to do. Get the Warrior
Come on,
to jump
Curt.
into the ring and allows Perfect to do some dirty work.
What is with the
Lanny,
Genius?
stop that.
Perfect looking over at the Warrior. The Warrior is so
Nothing you
anxious
can
to
do
get into
about
the
it.
ring.
And I think that may be the game plan. Taunt the Warrior into the ring. Get him in there illegally.
Ooh.
Perfect measuring Hulk Hogan. hammering into the side of the head. He's setting him up, Jesse. He's setting him up for the perfect plex. Here we go.
Yeah, but he lets him kick out.
1, 2, 3. No. What was that?
You want to get the 1, 2, 3? Oh, Curt, you're so generous.
Genius in.
That's a mistake. I gotta go on record.
Yeah, it was a mistake.
Hogan raising his knees. Wait a minute, Mr. Perfect's at the top rope too. Mr. Perfect catches it.
Not exactly sure why.
The Hulkster inching his way over to tag the Ultimate
Not an
Warrior.
aerial guy. I mean, he used to be.
And now the tag is made.
Okay.
Warrior
Warrior knocking off.
Genius takes a shot to the middle. Oh, wow. Was he hammered down or not? To the buckle with authority. From the far side to the near side. All over. Mr. Perfect and the
You hurt
Genius.
him, Warrior, and you are
The
a...
Warrior's on a roll.
You're going to be very badly hurt.
The Genius and Perfect made a major mistake. They should have taken the fall.
Warrior was hurting everybody. That's why I didn't like him.
He had the fall. He had Hogan in the perfect place.
Well, what do they have now? What they have now is what you call, Jesse, an ultimate maniac in there.
I'm not impressed.
Genius goes up and down. The Warrior
Oh, wow.
tapped
He slammed him.
knocking Perfect out of the ring. Hulk Hogan drops the leg. Hulk Hogan covered the Genius. 2, 3.
Yeah, again, not really impressed.
I can't believe it. A major mistake on the part of Perfect and the Genius. They could have won it earlier.
I doubt it, but I
You
doubt
okay,
it.
Curt?
No, 2 individuals can ever equal the force of Hulkamania and the Ultimate Warrior combined. Hulk Hogan!
You okay, Curt?
The Warrior and the Hulkster with a hand raised in a token of victory. Perhaps the most
Whoa,
awesome
Curt,
Wait a
be
minute.
careful.
Perfect from behind. Genius now on the Warrior. The Hulk knocked out of the ring. The Warrior now on 2 men. Hammering away.
Like I said,
Warrior just
be careful.
after man after. Oh no!
He clotheslined Hogan.
Hulkster coming in from behind.
I knew it.
You knew what?
I knew these two couldn't get along. I knew the egos were
Jesse Ventura, stop it. Don't be starting it. That was an accident and you know it.
That was no
You okay,
accident.
Curt?
The Warrior saw his opening. He saw Hogan and he leveled him.
The Warrior was taking care of business. They were all over him. Hulkster made the mistake of coming in from behind, and the Warrior trying to help the Hulkster up now. Nonetheless, don't take anything away from their victory, Jesse. Don't even try it.
Don't you try to make excuses. Look at this.
Okay. All right, we're going to stop there. Not really interested in watching the Warrior and Hogan, do stuff. So I really like that, though I wasn't really much for the Warrior or Hogan at the time. I would have been almost 4 years old. I would have been almost 4. I wasn't watching wrestling yet. I would be watching at SummerSlam 1990 when I was 4, because that would have been in August, and it would have been Curt and Kerry. So that's when I saw Curt for the first time. And even though he was a heel, I was kind of like, wow, he can really wrestle. And him jumping all over the place was literally just so he could make Kerry look better, that's the point of a heel, is to make the baby face look like $1 million. And so I don't think that was overselling by a long shot. That was literally just Curt being Curt. I mean, and selling to make the baby face look better. Curt was aerial, not so much in the WWF as he was when he was in Portland and AWA. I mean, because his finisher before the Perfect Plex or the Hennig Plex, was a drop kick from the second rope. In AWA, sometimes he would do from the third rope, and that was illegal. I don't know why. It was Curt's finishing move, so I mean, I didn't really get why that would be there. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. We are at the end, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. This will be coming out in the middle of May. And like I said, if you guys didn't see the birthday bash, please check that out, because it was so enjoyable, and I can't thank those guys enough for coming on with me all the time and being a big part of my show. And I'm also a big part of their shows. And I just, I can't thank those guys enough. They have been with me from the beginning and they'll be there till the end, right? If you can, like I said, if you did miss it, please, please, please go back and watch it. It is for my birthday. If you missed Curt's birthday bash, now that was in March, so you actually have to go back to I think it's episode 79, I believe. You'll have to check that out. Now, I did re-upload it onto Rumble, so now it does work. I know after an hour and 4 minutes, it stopped working, so you were able to hear us, but you weren't able to see any pictures or watch any videos with us. That was on Rumble. It is on YouTube. However, I had to take a lot of that stuff out because unfortunately there was music everywhere, and I was just more afraid that because the person had music in it, I mean, obviously they're not getting any copyrights because obviously that music was okay to use. But just to be on the safe side, I cut a lot of that stuff out. And you really can't even hear music in the background because we're talking over it. For the birthday bash, I hope you enjoyed that. I actually found a bunch of those where, they make everybody break character. I know Curt broke character once or twice by accident. He couldn't say the narcissist. He kept saying the Lexorcist. And then, of course, we watched the one with, where Joe screws up. Though I think a lot of things were going through Joe's head, and in his head, he was just like, gotta do this, gotta do that. Oh, wait. I mean, like his dad, it happens, it just, the words won't come out. But I hope you enjoyed this. Again, if you missed anything, please hit the pause button, go back and watch it. Everybody will hear, you will hear sorry. I forgot what I was going to say. You will hear shameless plugs, of course. Everyone will hear that. And for YouTube, you guys will just get a little just letting you know that the outro song, which is a new one, has been AI generated. I did use AI to help me get that made. Of course, I made all the pictures and the videos. So if you do like that, please comment and I'll try to do some more. Also, don't forget to catch the lovely Sonia Smith on Black Magic Talk. If you also subscribe to Black Magic Talk, please check that episode out. She is a lovely lady and really helping me with my mediumship, which is something that I crucially want to do, but I have to remember patience. Anyway, if you guys are interested in watching that as well, the links are in the description field. Again, please don't miss that if you do like Sonia Smith and if you do watch Black Magic Talk. Hop on over there and check those out today. And remember, everyone, nobody beats Curt Hennig or Mr. Perfect. Nobody. See you guys. Okay, guys, this is where we're going to do some shameless plugs here. So the first shameless plug, if you could please go over to my other show, which is Black Magic Talk. I will put the links in all the description fields. If you could just kind of browse it, if you are not only a wrestling fan, but you like Wicca or paganism, and you'd like to learn more about it. We just did some recent episodes. So if you'd like to hop over there, just click the link in the description field. If you would like to give to the Black Magic Talk Patreon, that link will be in the description field. And again, if you would like to have a tarot reading on the show, you can DM me on X. My link for that X will be in the description field. If you would like to do one off the show, you can also just DM me and I will give you my rate. My co-host is Matt Collins. He can also give you a tarot reading on the show or off the show. If it's on the show, all you would have to do is become a Patreon supporter for $5 a month. You get all kinds of perks. And again, we can let you know when you can come on the show. And if you'd like to do it off the show, Matt can definitely give you his rating for doing tarot. The next shameless plug I would like to do is, of course, Pro Wrestling Talk will always be on Saturday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It is scheduled to change, but Angel and I will let you know on the Wrestling X. So if you would like to DM us at any time, me and Angel, my link will be in the description field for my Wrestling X, and that is for Pro Wrestling Talk, and also for this podcast, Curt Hennig Was the Best, Changed My Mind. If you would like to give to the Patreon, I have for Curt Hennig Was the Best, Changed My Mind. Again, you can go and look in the description field. It should be there. I have $1, $3, $5, and $10. The other show is just $1, $5, and $10. I'm sorry, it's $3, $5, and $10, I think. I'm not sure. I'd have to double check. But if you could give, thank you in advance. If you'd like to ask any questions for pro wrestling or Black Magic Talk, you are free to direct message me on X, or Angel, my host for Pro Wrestling Talk. Again, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Saturday, unless it is scheduled to change, but we will definitely let you know beforehand. So, of course, this show, I'm going to do a shameless plug for this show. Again, $1, $3, $5, and $10 you can contribute on Patreon. If you would like to give on Cashapp, I will take donations on Cashapp, but direct message me on X if you would like to do that, and I will give you my handle. So if you have any questions like about the show or any technical questions, you can always direct message me on my X, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. The next shameless plug I would like to do is for Hardlands Media, Kit Cabello, someone I call a good friend of mine. Please check him out. He is Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central, and that would be 10 p.m. Eastern. So 9 a.m. Central, he is Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday, depending on when you can catch him in a good mood for a Saturday brunch. If he does do Saturday brunch, I usually am sleeping or at work, so... but check him out. He's really good on politics, and I have the pleasure of calling him friend. Some more shameless plugs. If you could also subscribe to Angel in the Afternoon. He does a great job on politics as well. And that's Angel in the Afternoon. And he's usually on 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Friday. That is also scheduled to change. If you have any questions about it, he'll usually let you know. And he will definitely, you can direct message him if you need to get a hold of him. The last one is Deconstructing. His name is Dave. I really recommend him too. He has a little podcast on YouTube. All you'd have to look up is Deconstructing Topics, and he does some really good stuff. I really recommend you guys check him out. Subscribe to everybody I just said here, and check them out. And remember, everyone, nobody beats Mr. Perfect. Nobody. Hey, Curt Hennig fans, just want to let you know that the ending outro song is AI generated. Again, it is AI generated. Thank you all for listening. And remember, everyone, no one beats Mr. Perfect. Nobody.
In a small town gym with wooden floors, he'd lace up his boots, he'd settle the scores. With a suplex or a lariat, he'd stand tall. Curt Hennig, the hero we all recall. Oh, Mr. Perfect, the man we admire. In the wrestling ring, he set hearts on fire. From the farm to the glory, he took his stand. A true country legend, the perfect man. Through the cheers and the bright spotlights, he wrestled wrestled his dreams on countless nights with a fisherman's carry and a confident grin. Curt showed the world the warrior within. Oh, Mr. Perfect, the man we admire in the wrestling ring. He set hearts on fire. From the farm to the glory, he took his stand. A true country legend, the perfect man. Humming the ballads of a heart so strong, where the echoes of victory always belong. He taught us that life is a fighter's game. Curt Hennig, forever framed in fame. In the hours of wrestling, his name remains. Curt Hennig, who broke through the chains. From Minnesota's fields to the wrestling halls, the perfect man who answered the call. Oh, Mr. Perfect, the man we admire in the wrestling ring. He set hearts on fire. From the farm to the glory, he took his stand. A true country legend, the perfect man. Perfect